Let's talk about one of the biggest breakthroughs in the Pi network ecosystem that could finally tip the scale for global adoption. No hype, just pure facts, huge implications, and some serious market excitement. You've heard whispers about fiat integration. You've seen the Pi price fly like a rocket, only to pull back sharply. But behind the scenes, something massive just happened that could change how Pi is bought, sold, and adopted across more than 100 countries. We're talking legal pathways, we're talking mainstream credibility, we're talking a complete shift in how Pi is positioned for the future. And at the center of it all is a name you may have seen floating around, Banxa. Now here's the deal. Banxa just secured KYB approval. Yes, that's know your business. And you're probably thinking, so what? But trust me, this isn't some boring compliance update. This is the green light Pi network has been waiting for to supercharge its entry into regulated markets. We're going to unpack what this means, how it affects you, why this could open the door to massive exchange listings, and where the Pi price might be heading next. It's not just a story of progress, it's the beginning of a Pi-powered transformation. Before we dive in, here's my question to you. Do you think this KYB approval will finally push Pi to major exchanges like Binance, Bitmart, or HTX? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a real conversation going. And hey, if you've missed any of our previous updates on KYC issues, Pi migration hurdles, or open mainnet launches, make sure to check out my past videos. Link is right down in the description. Type Pi Network to the moon in the comments section and don't forget to rep your country name so we know where our amazing community is watching from. If you're excited to see Pi Network keep growing, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and smash that subscribe button to show some love and help us keep bringing you the best updates every single day. Also, don't miss out. Join our Telegram group and the Facebook page for more real-time Pi Network news and discussions. This video is for entertainment purposes only and not intended as financial or investment advice. You know the drill. DIOR before making any financial moves. Alright, pioneers, let's get started. So here's how it all went down. Out of nowhere, news drops that Banxa, the same fiat to crypto payment platform known for linking the traditional world of money to the fast-moving crypto universe, has officially secured KYB approval. Now that might sound like a quiet policy change, but it's not. This approval gives Banxa the power to offer legal, regulated purchases of Pi using regular fiat currencies in over 100 countries. We're talking USD, EUR, GBP, and more, directly into Pi wallets. Now, if you've been around long enough, you know one of the biggest friction points in Pi Network has always been the lack of a seamless, trustworthy way to buy Pi. The peer-to-peer transactions? A jungle. The informal black market-style deals? Risky at best. But now users across dozens of regions can legally buy Pi in-app without relying on shady deals or third-party brokers. That changes everything. Imagine opening your Pi wallet, clicking a button, and boom. Buying Pi just like you'd buy a pizza or an Amazon gift card. No KYC delays, no guessing, no Telegram group meetups hoping the seller doesn't ghost you. This is real fiat to Pi integration on a global scale, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. Banxa's approval didn't just unlock smoother payments, it sent a signal to regulators, businesses, and future exchange partners that Pi Network is finally getting its compliance game on point. And here's the kicker, this all comes before the full open. Mainnet rollout completes its next major migration phase. So yes, mining has stopped. We're now fully in utility mode. And this move by Banxa proves that the core team isn't just sitting around. There's a strategic roadmap playing out, and it's starting to show results. But let's zoom in a bit more. Why is KYB approval such a game changer? Well, KYB is all about compliance and trust. It means Banxa has passed the regulatory due diligence needed to work with businesses and financial institutions at scale. That reduces the risk of fraud, opens doors to institutional partnerships, and positions the Pi ecosystem for a more formal, trusted economic environment. For a lot of skeptics who used to say Pi isn't real, this is the kind of evidence that shuts that argument down cold. More than 100 countries can now legally access Pi through Banxa's network. That's more reach than some smaller altcoins ever managed to achieve, even after years of exchange listings. The global barrier just got blown open. You want to talk about adoption? This is it in action. Now, if you're wondering what comes next, you're not alone. Crypto analyst Dr. Altcoin recently hinted that Bitmart and HTX, two platforms already exploring ways to engage with the Pi ecosystem, could be next in line for similar KYB approvals. That's huge if those exchanges get cleared. Guess what that means for Pi? Yep, we're talking potential listings, and not the fake IOU kind. We're talking real on-chain, utility-backed listings with actual trading volume and liquidity. That could instantly boost Pi's market presence, giving it visibility beyond the Pi community and into the broader crypto space. Price discovery, institutional eyes, speculative hype, it could all come together quickly once these pieces are aligned. And speaking of price, yeah, we've got to talk about what happened earlier this year. Back in February, Pi pulled off what some are calling a mini Bitcoin moment. The price of Pi suddenly skyrocketed, up 2,854.62%, from just 9 cents to $2.81. Pioneers went wild, social media exploded, and for a moment, early retirement felt real. But like all crypto hype, the crash followed, wiping out 79% of those gains by February's end. It was a classic crypto roller coaster, dramatic rise, harsh drop. But what mattered was Pi's resilience afterward. Since then, the last 30 days have been quieter, down 44.9% overall, with only a 1.9% dip last week. But here's the twist. March and April were way more stable than January and February. That calm, it's often the calm before the next big move. Now enter Banxa's KYB approval. It's not flashy, but it's huge. It's a step toward real-world utility, stronger regulation, and smoother fiat on-ramps. Because in the end, this isn't just about price, it's about making Pi usable in everyday life. Want to buy something with Pi? You'll need those legal bridges. And now, we're building them. You want to sell your service in Pi? You'll need compliance. And that's what's slowly but surely coming together. Let's not pretend everything is perfect. Pi still has KYC issues to solve, not everyone has migrated to mainnet, and utility is still growing one app at a time. But when you see partnerships like Banxa stepping up, passing compliance checks, and enabling global access, that's not luck. That's groundwork. That's preparation for something bigger. So, the question now is, will Pi be ready when the exchanges come knocking? Will the ecosystem, the apps, the community, and the developers be in sync enough to support that next big leap? We're not there yet, but we're a lot closer than we were 6 months ago. And that's the full breakdown, pioneers. Today, we explored how Banxa's KYB approval is changing the game, how Pi Network is now legally accessible in over 100 countries, and how this could pave the way for major exchange listings like Bitmart or HTX. We talked about the massive price surge in February, the corrections that followed, and the current market stability that may be a sign of the next big breakout. And more importantly, we looked at the bigger picture, real-world adoption and legal pathways finally becoming a reality for Pi. If you found this video helpful, fun, or insightful in any way, please hit that like button, share it with your fellow pioneers, and subscribe so you never miss out on future Pi Network news. It really helps us keep the Pi fire burning and bringing more content like this straight to you. Now let me ask you this. Do you think Pi is finally ready for global exchange listings, or is there still more work to be done? Drop your answers in the comments below. And hey, if you've got a question, a concern, or even a wild Pi theory, let's talk about it in the comment section too. I read every one of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.